Hey guys, it's Ep58 here and welcome back to episode 58 of my Leeds United career mode. Now today's episode we're going to be continuing on with the January transfer window. As you can see, we've got a game against Swansea to play, and then we've got a game against Middlesbrough, Man City also coming up as well. Not necessarily going to play all of those, might well sim the game against Middlesbrough. But before we get into things, if we could go ahead and hit 35 likes on today's episode, I would really appreciate it. And if you haven't already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button, that'll be absolutely fantastic. I should get back to normal uploads pretty much for the end of this week, going into next week, and from now basically, because I've finished and I'm not as busy at the moment, so hopefully should be back to normal uploads. And the Juventus Chrono will be ending next episode. Episode 10 will be the final one. I'm going to record it. I'm going to do a post commentary for those of you that watch that series, and it will all end in that one episode. But back to this career mode, and this is the side I'm going to go with for the opening game against Swansea. We've got Ep58 starting in goal, Patterson at right back, Anderson Denai as my two centre backs, Angelino as my left back, with Delph and Cook in midfield. We've got Gray on the left hand side, Moreno on the right hand side, with Vieira in behind Abraham. A few changes because there's a few tired players, but overall we need to try and get ourselves a win against Swansea here. We will be making some signings and getting rid of some players after this game, I hope anyway. That's what we're aiming to try and do. We've got a couple of bids that have already gone in if you didn't see the last episode. A couple of wingers, we're trying to sign one winger I'd say, and also a couple of goalkeepers as well, because Bailey Farrell's on the way out, and so could Stockdale as well, so both of those two need replacing. So then, here we go, against Swansea City. It's a home match, this one. It's a game that we want to try and win. We want to go on a cup run if we can. It's inadvertently a weakened side, not because we've got a game soon, our next game is actually in a week's time, but mainly because we have played a game quite recently, so we've had to rest a couple of players. It gives a chance though for other players to come in and hopefully put in a good performance to try and break into that first team, and we'll wait and see how we get on. All over Swansea here, the only thing that's missing is a goal. Can we find it here through Gray? Does connect? Not enough. We're bombarding them here really with shots in the opening 20 minutes. Still yet to find an opening goal though. Delph, more pace than Cal Lawton, needs to find the right pass. Delph going to look for that pass through to Abraham. It's a good ball. Abraham slots it home. It's 1-0. A few minutes before half time. It's fully deserved. Fantastic finish, and a good bit of build up play as well. We've done well there. Very, very happy. And as you can see, Delph just playing that pass. Nice bit of weight on it. Wasn't overhit, and was a nice easy finish into the right hand corner. And we're winning the game 1-0. Good start to this game. Very happy in general with how we've played. Been very unlucky to not have scored before this point. But just glad that we have scored before half time. We're 1-0 up. We might look to make a tactical change, I think, at half time with the formation, just because of what I've seen from Swansea to try and prevent the way they're attacking. But other than that, I can't see too many other changes being made. Oh no. Oh, we're so lucky it's half time there. Was not supposed to go to a centre-back. That was very, very close. Could have easily have equalised from that chance. Did seem like he lost control of the ball there, though. But it's half-time. We are winning the game 1-0. We will make a tactical change now at half-time, just to the formation, just because occasionally they've picked up the ball through Sigurdsson or their striker dropping a little bit deeper, just in behind our two CDMs. We're going to look to try and counteract that by changing the formation slightly to a 4-1-4-1. Other than that, pretty much everything else will stay the same. We'll move Vieira back. He's going to be the player that's going to pick up Sigurdsson, hopefully. I've told him to man mark, and hopefully he'll do well in the second half. So yeah, let's give it a go now, see how we get on with that five-man midfield. Hopefully that just prevents a few of their attacks. Not that they've had many, but the few that they have had have come from that Sigurdsson position being taken up just in behind our two CDMs. Delph to deliver it in, hopefully hit the front post. Anderson's in there. Oh, good connection. It's gone over the bar though. Maybe should do a little bit better. Might look to have probably got that one on target, to be honest, from that range. Okay, we're going to make all three changes. Now, about 30 minutes to go. Snodgrass, Phillips and Ayling all coming on. And that means we're going to take off Patterson and Cook and Gray as well. So we're going to give that a go. Just a few changes. Just a tactical change, really. Bringing on Phillips. And then we've got Snodgrass coming on just to freshen up the wings slightly. And Ayling coming on there just because Patterson's quite tired. So 30 minutes to go. Hopefully those three changes will help us out. We could do the second goal, really, just to try and secure this win. Calvin Phillips still has it. Oh, should do better there, but it's a fantastic interception. Should really score a second goal, but like I said, the defending there was very good. Just about managed to get a foot to it. Good chance for us here. Ayling going to look to header it, can't connect with it. Again, a second goal it seems imminent, but 20 minutes to try and get it. We'll wait and see whether we are able to do that. Now just going to try and keep possession and look for the right slot to pass it through. Abraham's done well there. Delph gets tackled. Oh, Delph wins it back. Abraham has one person to beat. Delph in support. Can he finish it off on his left foot? Oh no, that's terrible. You would have thought it's his right foot. That's really, really bad. Couldn't keep it down. So close to the goal and somehow skies it. really poor. Should be winning this game at least 2-0. Been very much in control now into the final couple of minutes, and we should have won this game. Like I say, I think 2-0 would have been a more fair result. We'll take the 1-0 win though, because we have got through into the next round from that. But yeah, just wanted another goal really. But we didn't have loads of chances. It wasn't the most exciting game, but as you can see from the stats, certainly had the better chances compared to Swansea. Okay, if you remember back to the last episode, we got an offer in for from Kiln for Bailey Peacock-Farrell. 9 million is what we asked in order to try and obviously get rid of him, and they have matched it. £9 million. He could go there, he might not agree personal terms, it all really depends, because obviously I think last time we got an offer for him and it was accepted, he didn't decide to go because he couldn't agree the personal terms. So that might well happen again. We'll wait and see what happens in the next few days. First of all though, let's get on with doing some training drills. Same guys yet again, just trying to train them up and get many of their stats going up. We've got a few there going up for Morrison and Wright. The rest of the players are staying pretty much the same. We'll move on now into the transfer window. I can't see us signing loads of players, just a couple of players hopefully to add into the squad. I think, is it 9 million we've got to spend? Yeah, wow, 9.99, so pretty much 10 million. And we might well be able to spend some of that in today's episode. We might also look at pre-contract agreements if you want this to continue into next season, which by the comments seemed like you did want to let me continue this on into next season. Which is very good news. We probably will do that, to be honest. We've got some prize money here first before we get on to the potential signing of a Birmingham City player. This is the guy that I mentioned in the last episode I signed in FIFA 16, but I don't really know what overall he is this year, so not going to risk signing him just yet. We'll wait on the scout report, see how long that takes. Leon have come back and said they have matched the 9.5 million for Bailey Peacock-Farrell, so again, another team to negotiate some sort of wage with. We'll wait and see over the next few days whether he does agree their personal terms, whether he wants to leave the country or not. And Celtic have come back and accepted the bid for Patrick Roberts, another player we're taking a look at. Not too sure on this one though. He is kind of the sort of player I'm after, a left-footed right midfielder, just like Barrow was, but not so convinced by his stats. Barrow was obviously a very, very good player, 81 rated. This guy is 75, so not really too sure about this one. We will go for a rotational player, and we will pursue it anyway and see what other options crop up before then. Norwich saying they are interested in the player, but they want 11 million, 11.1 million on top of Robert Snodgrass in order to sign Pickford, a player that we're looking to try and bring in as a replacement for Bailey Peacock-Farrell. Obviously we'll have more money to put into the deal once he goes, but I just think that's a lot of money really for him. Okay, so we're going to go with a slightly different offer. We're going to put in McNeil plus 1 million. McNeil is worth quite a lot of money, I think 9.5, yeah. He's 20 years old, 77 overall. Now, from those kind of stats, you'd say probably keep him, but in game, I'm not a fan of him. He doesn't get involved. Stats-wise, I'm not a huge fan of him either, and I can't see myself using him much in the future, so we may as well get rid of him, may as well make a profit. He is from the Youth Academy, so to get rid of him and bring in a good young goalkeeper like Pickford will be quite nice, and try and use his value to try and bring in someone else that I'm more likely to use, or will be using as my first choice goalkeeper. So we'll wait and see on that bid. It's a shame to get rid of him, but like I say, don't really feel like I could use him, to be honest. We've got Arsenal coming back about an offer. Well, I think it was a counter offer that we put in the last episode, 25 million, I think it was for Berahino. What have they said to it? Don't believe he's worth that much. Okay, good, because I don't really want to have to look for a new striker as well in today's episode. Bailey Peacock-Farrell, a bid in from Preston. It's a bit unexpected. Didn't really see them sort of wanting to pay that much money for him. We'll ask for 9.2 and see whether they are able to match it. He may be more likely to go to an English team, ideally one that's not in the Premier League, but we'll wait and see the other offers that come in. And we need to see when we'll get that scout report back on the left mid. We'll wait and see when that happens. I'll try and find out now. That's another 6 days until we find out. Stats-wise, though, that we currently have, those ranges there don't look great, so not really too optimistic about that one. Someone that does look a little bit better, though, is Jonathan Lecco from West Brom. Very, very fast, good finishing, good dribbling, ball control, that sort of thing, so looks very, very good. Isn't left-footed though, that's the sort of player I wanted on the right-hand side, just like Barrow was. But I think maybe we go for him instead. He could be a nice small amount as well, actually. We might go the £1.5 million bid, see what they say to that. He's not a crucial first-team player, only got a year and 6 months left on his contract as well, so maybe that one's more likely. Okay, first of all, transfer talks are broken down, as we kind of suspected, really. Doesn't want to relocate by the looks of it. So he's not going to Lyon, but we have some more transfer offers in, and it appears one of them is for Bailey Peacock-Farrell. The first one, though, is for Roof, and it's 3.8 million. Don't want to get rid of him. He's not been played loads for us, but I want him in the squad. He's obviously, I think, a big part of the squad in terms of our squad depth. And another bid in from a foreign team. Not too sure. I think South America. I want to say Argentina, but I don't know. and that's 7.5 million. We'll go 9.5. Not really expecting him, or not expecting them to match it, not expecting him to want to go there either. Might be more likely though with an English club. We'll wait and see. 9.5 million is again the amount that I'm holding out for, and we'll do the same with Rangers, although I'm not too sure whether any of these teams will be that willing to go that high. Again, doesn't want to relocate to Germany, and Patrick Roberts declines our contract offer. He wants a bigger role in the squad. I don't really want to have to give him that, to be honest. We might have to go import a first-team player to get him in. He's not my first-choice player to try and sign from, obviously, the winger position. But, yeah, we'll wait and see what comes of those other deals I put in bids for. More likely that I'm going to sign Lecco, though, obviously, if he's a better price. He seems to be better as well in terms of his scout report. Should find out now what overall exactly he is. 71, so actually not as high as I thought. But his stats, the key stats, are very, very good. So maybe we could train him up and he'd maybe grow quite quickly. But his finishing and dribbling, those sort of stats are fantastic. So, yeah, could be one that might grow quite nicely for us. Also, scout reports back on other players as well. Isaac's Success being one of them I think I scouted. Very expensive, unlikely to get him. And Iofa, another player that I signed last year on my Leeds career mode. I was a huge fan of him at right back. And I was just kind of curious to see what overall he is at the moment. 76, he's not a priority to sign. We've also got two decent right backs, but someone that maybe we'd look for a little bit later on down the line. We'll wait and see though. For now, we won't put in a bid for him. Norwich have accepted our bid for Pickford, 1 million and McNeil, and we will go straight to the contract offer. Offering a 4-year deal, crucial first-team player. It's probably not going overboard that much, to be honest. That's probably what he will be. And West Brom have accepted our bid for Lecco. That's fantastic, under what his value is as well, which is even better for us. And I know he's obviously only 71 overall, but I think, like I say, if we can train him up, he could be a really, really good player for us. I think we'll go sporadic first-team player as well, so we're under no pressure to play him that much. But obviously, if he does play a lot, then that'll be great for us, and try and get him up in overall before the end of the season. And again, against Middlesbrough now, because it's a home game, because I want to get some more transfers done, we will sim it, and we will change around the team now. Okay, this is the side I've gone with for the game against Middlesbrough. Could potentially be a tough game, this one. We'll wait and see. Benedict Fowler starting goal for what might be his last game for us. Patterson, Denier, Arvidsson, Taylor, Cook, Delph, Moreno, Aarons, Vieira and Berahino. So quite a strong team, one of our stronger sides, to be honest. Our next game's in a week's time, so again, we can afford to do that. And we've got Janssen slowly coming back from injury. He's on the bench for this game, looking to try and get him back in the side as quickly as possible. But as you can see, 2 yellow cards and a sending off for Patterson into the second half. Still 0-0. That leaves us down to 10 men. Not good. And Lewis Cook's actually put us 1-0 up. That's great news. 15 minutes left. Can we hang on to another 1-0 win? 5 minutes. Oh, great. Ramirez equalises with 5 minutes to go. It finishes 1-1. Disappointing result. I know we're down to 10 men, but when you go so close to getting the 3 points, it's frustrating to lose out like that. And we fall from 5th all the way down to 9th just from that one match, that one draw as well. Wasn't even a loss. We still got a point, but was not enough to remain in our position. And all the other sides overtook us. A little bit frustrating, but hopefully we can get back up there pretty quick with a win against Man City. That's not quite as easy as it sounds, to be honest, because they're top of the league. So we might not be able to do that. That'll probably be next episode if we do get to that game. But now on to some player drills. And again, actually, more progress this week. We've got some good players going up here. McNeil going up to 78 overall just as he departs the club. And Morrison up to 69 as well. So very good news for us. But like I say, it seems like McNeil's on the way out as part of that Pickford deal. Few transfer offers in. A lot of transfer news, actually. Vieira bid in from Swansea, 10 million. Not looking to get rid of him. Really like him. Reject all offers. 77 overall for 20-year-old is very good, so no need to get rid of him at the moment. Rangers coming back and saying 8.5 million is what they're happy to pay. Judging by the other things we got back, it seems like the other teams are matching those offers. So Preston are matching 9.2. Rangers, like I say, are wanting to pay 8.5. And Nationale are wanting to match it as well, 9.5 for them. So we won't go ahead with the Rangers thing, we'll just leave that one. If they don't want to match the amount we want for him, then that's fair enough. And play suspended, Callum Patterson is out for the next game. We've also got Soderberg not happy with his role at the club. Understandable. You are 55 overall or something like that, so not going to get too many games. So we will ignore that for the time being and wait and see whether we can make a signing here. Patrick Roberts accepting the contract, that's good. Nottingham Forest not willing to pay more than 9 million and also in talks with Derby. That is over the left mid from Birmingham City, which we need to resubmit the offer for, I think, unless if we just got his... we got his scout report? No, not yet. Again, we will resubmit the offer and try and sign him at a later date. Okay, a little bit of a different sort of sign, this one. Joel Robles. Now, it's tempting to sign him on a pre-contract agreement, which obviously, he's got 6 months left on his deal for next season. It's a little bit tempting to do that, although I don't want to kind of kick Pickford out of his position. But we do need 2 good goalkeepers, so I don't really know what to do about this one. He does seem like he could be a good player. 6'5", I think he would fit in. It's just that overall, it sounds a bit strange, but it's maybe a bit too high. If it was like 74, then I'd definitely sign him. But 77 just means that he's going to want to play a little bit more than I'm going to probably let him. So maybe not, sadly. But yeah, it's a shame about that one, because like I say, his overall is probably just a little bit too high, which is a strange thing to say. But another player I was looking at from Southampton is this Wellington Nem, I think is how you pronounce his name. Very, very fast, very, very small as well, though. That's the only downside with him, so maybe we're not going to sign him. But there's other players as well that I'm looking at, scouting from various different clubs. The Scottish League in particular seems to have some decent players, actually. A left-back here, Shinnie, and also a centre-back as well, which I was taking a look at from a Celtic. Might actually look a little bit closer at these players, either now or in the future. Okay, so we are actually going to put in a bid for him. It's going to be 3 million plus Angelino, and the reason why I'm going to go with that is because I'm looking always to upgrade the team as much as possible in various different positions. Angelino's not really gone up enough for my liking. He's 72 rated at the moment, and I'd rather have someone that's a little bit better, that can compete a bit more with Taylor, and obviously as a second right back, this guy will be very, very good for us, I think. And yeah, I think he'll be a good signing. He's obviously not got a great wage as well, so it's quite a cheap player to sign in that sense. But I'll wait and see what Aberdeen come back and say. We've got Celtic here, a centre-back that I am actually quite interested in, but yeah, I don't think we need him just yet, so we'll leave that one for now. We'll also make Nottingham Forest pay 9.2 million if they are going to sign Bailey Peacock-Farrell. We'll just reject the Rangers one, I think. If they're not willing to get that close, then we will just reject it. Finally got the scout report back on him, a 69 overall. Didn't look great from his stats, and not someone that I'm looking to sign, I don't think now. I did just put in a new contract offer for him. Don't think he's going to be good enough. Lecco, on the other hand, I think might be. I think we are going to sign him. He's obviously a cheaper player. 71 overall. I know, obviously, I've kind of contradicted myself by saying that the Birmingham City midfielder wasn't quite high enough in overall, but this guy I've got a feeling will grow a lot quicker, judging by the other stats that he's got. He's got some really good stats individually. Patrick Roberts, though, I don't think we will be signing. I can't really see the need to bring in someone for 5.8 million. I'm not 100% sure, and it's a huge chunk of the budget to kind of just put into a player that I can't see necessarily performing that well. So we'll do that. Lecco signed for us. I'm happy with that. It'll bring us some good pace out wide. Just need to hope that he fills in for Barrow nicely. And here we go. Jordan Pickford signing 1 million plus McNeil. Obviously McNeil going the other way as part of that deal, but we go over the squad size. Okay, that's frustrating. We technically wouldn't, but obviously they don't seem to account for the fact that McNeil's actually going the other way. So we need to get rid of someone in some way. It was going to be Bailey Peacock-Farrell, but again, talks have broken down, which is a bit frustrating. He might just have to join some sort of English club, or maybe someone that's in this division. That might be the only way to get rid of him. But yeah, we'll wait and see over the next few days, probably next episode more likely. But we might have to just quickly release someone from their contract in order to try and sign Pickford. Okay, the player we're going to actually release is going to be Peterson. It's a bit of a shame to do that. I know he's 20 years old, 56 overall, and that's the reason why I'm getting rid of him, because he's not great for his age. But if you actually look at his stats, 93 ball control, 74 dribbling, 77 short pass, they're okay. It's just for some reason he's not growing on overall, so he's going to leave us. That allows us to obviously get in Pickford now. McNeil will depart, but luckily for us, we do have a replacement for him straight away. Jonathan Lecco, a player that I'm looking forward to using. I'm just hoping that he's better than what his overall suggests, which I think he should be based on his stats. His stats do look very good, and we will look to develop him and train him up now. McNeil's gone. Bailey Peacock-Farrell's finally been sold. Preston will take him, and that means we get 6.5 million as part of that deal. That's okay, we'll take it. It's not the most amount that I wanted allocated to my budget. I thought I'd actually get a little bit more, but we'll take it for now. Bailey Peacock-Farrell does leave as we get a replacement. Nottingham Forest a bit late on that deal. And actually a bid accepted for Shinnie. I think I'm pronouncing that all right, Shinnie. Let me know if I'm not pronouncing it right. I'll just call him Graham, I think, for now. We will match his contract requirements, 15 grand a week. I think that's fair enough, really. We will go, I think, 3-year contract. And an important first-team player, I think, is probably fair. And Shinnie does accept that contract. Angelina going the other way. And again, just helping us to upgrade the side a little bit. We've still got 11 million to spend. I might have to look to bring in players for next season now, actually, with the wage budget, because I can't see myself signing that many more players. obviously unless we're getting bids for Stockdale and those sort of players on the fringes of the squad. We've also got a scout report back for another player. I've been scouting a lot of different players from various different clubs and places around the world. This time it's from Newcastle, so not that far, but a right winger, and does look decent, wage-wise quite low. Could be someone that we look to sign as a replacement for Barrow, another winger obviously to try and bring in with the fact that McNeil went. I actually wouldn't mind putting in some sort of bid for him. I don't know if we'd have to get rid of someone as well, although that's not really the aim of replacing someone. But I think Antonsen is a player I'm looking to move on, so we'll try with that. And I think we'll go with something like 6 million on top. Go quite a steep bid. We'll go and see what they say to that initial offer. Hopefully they are okay with Antonsen. Most likely not, though. We'll wait and see, though, in the next episode when that happens. And I think that's pretty much everything for today's episode. Very, very happy with what we've done in the transfer window so far. Hopefully we can add to it as well next episode. I think these are the players with 6 months left on the deal, or most of them should be anyway. So we might look at these next episode if I can find some that actually have 6 months left on the contract. If you do know of any, obviously, then let me know in the comments below. And if you have any more transfer suggestions, let me know also down below. I will read and reply as usual. Thank you all so much for watching today's episode, though. If we could go ahead and hit 35 likes, I would really appreciate it. And if you haven't already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. That'll be absolutely fantastic. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for the final Juventus Career Mode episode. Look out for that. Hopefully should be on time, unlike this episode. But thanks for watching, and goodbye.